What's going on, guys? Welcome back, LEOPAZZO Productions. Thank you very much for tuning in. In today's video, we're going to be having a closer look at this carbon fiber tripod. This is the Traveler 7C. So guys, in today's video, we're going to be having a closer look at this Traveler 7C tripod by Sirui. As I mentioned, it is made out of carbon fiber, which is going to basically be the main feature of why you're going to want to get this tripod, because it is super lightweight. It only weighs approximately 3.5 pounds. And another awesome feature is that it can support a maximum payload. So your camera rig can be up to 7.5 pounds, which I just feel that is fantastic because I have my camera rig here with me today. I'm going to be setting it up. I'm going to be showing you guys in this video a bunch of cool features and specs about this tripod. And overall, I wanted to share with you guys my experience and final review at the end of this video. So starting off next with its compact size, when you want to fold this tripod up to basically kind of fit into this carrying bag that's included with the kit, it's going to compact to a size of approximately 18.9 inches. So right now the tripod is set up ready to use to start filming or taking some photos. But if you do want to kind of fold it up and put it away in this little carrying bag, little case that's included with the kit, a few steps that you need to do over here. First off, you just need to loosen this little mechanism here for the main column. You want to raise it up as high as it can go, just tighten it up like so. And then next, what you're going to want to do is basically press these little semi-auto locking little locks over here on each one of the legs. And what that's going to do is allow you to bring the leg all the way up. Do the same thing for all three of the legs as so. Press in the little lock, bring it upwards, and bang, now we're pretty much ready to go over here. It's kind of nice and small and compact. As you guys can see, this is about 18.9 inches as it says in the owner's manual. And right from here, you can go ahead and slap it into the bag. So here is the bag that's included in the kit, which holds the tripod when you're basically traveling from one location to the next to kind of keep it protected and just easy to carry around. Or you can put it into your backpack or your camera bag, whatever you have. And we do have this little strap over here onto the bag, so we can kind of just throw it over our shoulder and kind of go to our next location. As you can kind of see, it kind of works out pretty well. Or we can kind of basically take these two straps and divide them up a little bit like so. We can throw one over this shoulder, get the other one, throw it over this shoulder, and we can kind of wear it like a little knapsack, little bag, and that actually feels pretty good. Now my hands are all kind of free. I have nothing really to worry about. I can kind of hold my camera or whatever else I need to do. It really comes down to being able to be free and being able to travel and lightweight and compact with this tripod, the 7C. So overall, I think the bag is a nice little feature, nice little touch that comes included with the kit. I kind of do feel that maybe over time this bag might kind of rip if you don't kind of take care of it or just kind of use caution with it. So just be careful with the bag. But overall, I do feel like it is a nice feature to kind of have somewhere to put the tripod. So talking about traveling with this tripod, it just kind of makes me think that out of these three legs of this tripod, again, we're going to have a closer look, but out of these three legs, we do have two of them over here that's kind of wrapped in this kind of like foam material. So basically, for an example, if it's cold outside and you don't really want to be holding the carbon fiber or whatever, it might be a little bit cold for your hands if you're not wearing gloves. We do have these two little foam padded areas that are on the two legs of this tripod, which just kind of gives it a nice grip and something a little bit more comforting to hold. So as far as setting up the tripod, as you see, we just took it out of the bag. It's pretty straightforward. What you want to do now is just basically pull down each one of the legs. It's going to go ahead and lock into these little devices over here at the top of the leg. These are little kind of semi-automatic locking devices over here. And you just want to pull down the third one over here until it kind of clicks into place. And now if we don't want to shoot at this height, maybe it might be a little bit tall, you can go ahead and lower that down. And we do have this little locking mechanism here. If we wanted to loosen up these legs over here to kind of extend it to its maximum height, you can actually use your whole hand to grip all three of one of these little locking mechanisms. So just as so, give it a quarter turn, and now look, all three of them are going to come out nice and easy. And same thing goes when you want to go ahead and put it back. When you're done with it, just push it together, turn all three of them, and now it's locked. So it's really a nice, fast, easy setup, as you guys can see as so. We do have the three different options over here as far as the height and the control of the legs. So you can see that this is the most upright position as far as the legs. We do have this other position, so you just want to press this little locking mechanism as I was talking about earlier, and you just want to kind of let it click into the next lock over here. So right now I am positioned to be into the second lock, and as you guys can see, it's kind of hitting this main base of the tripod. Straightforward, just loosen up this one over here into the middle, and now I can slide it up or down to whatever height I want. Okay, so let's just kind of lock it into place right over here for you guys. So this is the second locking position for the tripod legs. Let's have a look at the last one over here, which is going to give us our lowest type of a shot. As you guys can see, I'm going like this. Bang, bang, bang. So as you can see, it doesn't want to rest on the table again, as we talked about, because we need to raise up this middle column over here and tighten it up. So this is going to be one of the lowest shots, but I do have a little feature in store for you guys that I want to show you guys shortly. But this is pretty much the lowest that the tripod legs are going to kind of open up. We can lower this down a little bit if we needed to, but overall this is a nice option as far as being able to shoot down nice and low. So another cool feature that's incorporated into this tripod is actually at the very bottom section of each one of these tripod legs. So for an example, I'm just going to loosen this one tripod leg over here and extend it out for you guys, and you will notice that we have a bunch of numbers. For an example, 30, 25, 20, 15, so on, all the way down to 0. And these are basically numbers that are spaced out into centimeters over here. And what that's going to do is basically give us a number, a measurement on, for an example, the height of our tripod or the positioning that we have the tripod in. And therefore, for an example, if we want to maybe replicate that in another day or another location or the exact height, whatever it is, I think these are going to be coming in handy a little bit into the future as we use this tripod a little bit more. So therefore we have these numbers to use as a reference. So we touched base on how small and compact this tripod kind of folds up and kind of goes away in this carrying case, which is 18.9 inches. But in this case, I want to share with you on how tall this tripod can go, the maximum height, which can go as tall as 65.5 inches tall. So I am 6 feet approximately. So what I'm going to do over here is just extend this tripod. I'm going to tighten up each one of these legs. I'm going to set it up over here beside me. So here we have the tripod legs fully extended to the maximum height, but don't forget we still have this main column here onto the tripod that we can raise up even higher. Just going to go ahead and extend it and tighten it back up. And as you can see, this is 65.5 inches, which is lining up to approximately eye level for me. And by the time I actually grab my camera and slide it on here on top, you can see how high it is. So this is definitely a good height, or even higher than what I actually need. Ideally, I want to kind of have my camera positioned at eye level or so I can kind of see my screen or my monitor. So this is more than what I need for especially a travel small compact tripod. So this Traveler 7C tripod, as I mentioned, is made out of carbon fiber, but Sirui also makes another tripod model exactly like this one, but it is made out of aluminum. That model is called the Traveler 7A, and obviously, as you can tell, the A stands for aluminum, and it's going to have the same specs, the same height, the same payload, all the cool features. The only difference is that it made out of aluminum, and it actually weighs a little bit more, about 4 pounds, versus this one, which is 3.5 pounds. So now that you guys are a little bit more familiar with some of the specs and features of the 7C tripod, I wanted to have a closer look in more detail, starting off over here at the top of the tripod, because we do have an aluminum ball head over here, which seems like it's really well built. And I will mention that it does come included with this quick release plate. It seems like this is a standard Arca Swiss quick release plate, and it does come with a 1/4 20 screw over here, which is going to go ahead and connect to the bottom of our camera. But guess what? They've actually incorporated 3 different designs on how to tighten this screw to the bottom of your camera. We actually have an Allen key option over here, which we do have Allen keys included with the kit. Or if you don't want to use any tools, which probably I don't really have all the tools in my pocket all the time. And we also do have this little lever built into the 1/4 screw over here that we can kind of just flap up or flap down. When we want to go ahead and tighten it, you can just go ahead and flap it up and give it a nice turn over here, and it's nice and strong and well built. And not only that, we do have the third option, which we can use like a flathead screwdriver for an example, and we can go ahead and tighten that 1/4 screw to the bottom of our camera. So to continue talking about this aluminum ball head here that we have at the top of the tripod, we do have this little locking mechanism, little knob over here, that if we go ahead and loosen it, that's going to allow us to tilt and position this ball head in any kind of angle or position that you would like to. And I will say one thing that I really do enjoy about this ball head, that in a matter of seconds, and I mean literally 1-2 seconds, I can go ahead and loosen this ball head, and I can position this ball head along with my camera for portrait pictures and video. So just like that, a matter of seconds from filming in the landscape orientation, I can go ahead and position this ball head and camera to the portrait position. So depending what I'm filming or what I'm filming for, it's going to be a fantastic option that we can go ahead with this ball head and position it for landscape or portrait. So having a closer look at the quick release, and along with the quick release little clamp here at the top of the ball head, we can go ahead, once we have it connected to the bottom of our camera, we can go ahead and slide it into the quick release little clamp over here. And one awesome feature, which is pretty common with most little tripods or quick releases, is that it does have a built-in little locking mechanism over here. So for an example, if you forget to tighten it up or it kind of comes loose while you're filming, it's not going to literally slide right off the tripod and the quick release and fall down to the ground. It does have a built-in lock. So as far as tightening up the quick release plate to the quick release on the ball head, you just want to go ahead and slide it on, make sure that it's pretty much centered or the position that you want to, and now you just want to go ahead and tighten up this knob over here, and you're pretty much ready to rock. So it is nice and straightforward. So next, let's have a closer look at the bottom of the ball head over here. We do have this third and final little knob over here. If we go ahead and loosen it, that's going to allow us to go ahead and pan the ball head and camera. For an example, if you want to take some panning shots with your camera doing some video, we do have that option, and it does feel nice and smooth. Or you can go ahead and lock it into place if you just know you're going to be filming in one direction. And I will say another cool feature that I don't have on any other of my video heads or tripods, etc., we do have these numbers over here written from 0 all the way up to 360 degrees, which I feel is a great, fantastic option. It's been working for me. So for an example, if I want to do some panning from left to right, and I kind of want to basically stop in a certain position or know exactly where I want to stop, for example, as a reference, we do have the numbers here, as I mentioned, from 0 to 360 degrees with a little arrow that kind of shows us exactly where we are. So I feel that is a fantastic option that's built right into the ball head. So next over here, just underneath the ball head, we do have this little locking device, which is going to allow us to extend the center column. So what we want to do for now, if we wanted to go ahead and extend it, just give it about a quarter or half turn or so. Now that's going to become free and a little bit loose. And now we can go ahead and extend it and position it to the exact height that we want. And once we found the height that we want, you just want to go ahead and tighten it back up. And there we go. Now we got the camera positioned where we want to. So another cool feature that's actually built right into this quick release base plate, and along with the ball head, we do have a little bubble level over here, which is going to come in really handy when we want to go ahead and position our camera so it's nice and level and we have those nice straight horizontal lines. So not only do we have a level over here at the top of the ball head, which is going to reference our camera to make sure it's exactly level, but we also have one right over here at the base of the tripod. So not only when we're first getting started and setting up, we can go ahead and reference, for an example, the tripod to make sure that it's level, and now we also have a level over here at the top for our camera. So next over here, as we work our way down from the top of the tripod, you'll notice that we have this little rubber cap over here. If we go ahead and remove it, what we're going to reveal are these 1/4 threads, which are going to allow us to kind of attach any additional accessories like a light or a microphone or whatever other accessories that you want to kind of connect, or even an external monitor, for an example. We do have that option right over here via the 1/4 threads, which is just nice, a kind of little added feature that we have built in right here into the 7C. So another nice feature that we actually have built in over here at the bottom of the center retractable column of this tripod, I'm just going to go ahead and raise it up for you guys a little bit over here, but at the bottom of this retractable little center column, we do have this little spring with hook that's going to allow us to connect or weigh down this tripod with our bag, for an example, or some kind of weight if we want to make this tripod even a little bit more secure and sturdy. So it's really nice design and really well thought out that we do have that option with that hook right over here. So next, let's have a closer look at the bottom of the tripod over here. So right now, currently right out of the box, we do have these little rubber little pads at the bottom of each one of the legs, but they actually are removable because they have this little screw kind of built into it. So what I'm going to do over here is just kind of remove the rubber little padding little feet that we have here at the bottom, and we do have these stainless steel spikes over here that can actually just screw in right into the bottom of each one of these tripod legs. So depending on what type of surface you're going to be filming on or taking photos on, if you need it to be a little bit more secure or kind of just planted into the ground and not move, again, we do have these spikes, which is a fantastic option. So guys, as you can tell, this tripod does seem like it's really well built and designed, and I will say Sirui does have a few other tricks up its sleeve, which I'm going to go ahead and show you right now. So one of the cool features that Sirui incorporated into the 7C tripod is the fact that we're going to be able to invert this ball head and the center column upside down so we can get those nice low angle shots. So what we need to do to set up this tripod for those low angle shots, step one, you're going to want to go ahead and remove this spring with the hook that we were talking about earlier right here at the bottom of the center column of this tripod. So here we have the piece that I removed. This is the spring and the hook little mechanism, and I will mention there is a little Allen key that's actually built in, which is probably going to help us tighten up our base plate, that little 1/4-20 screw. So once we have this removed, just put this at the side. Next, what we're going to want to do is go ahead and loosen up this center column, and what we want to do is actually totally remove it, take it out. So now what you're going to want to do is go ahead and get the center column, and you're going to want to go ahead from the bottom of the tripod, you're going to want to go ahead and slide it in. So for an example, if we really wanted to get a low shot, I'm just going to go ahead and tighten it down over here. And as you guys can picture it already, now I'm going to be able to mount my camera over here at the bottom of the ball head, but now have that nice super low shot to get the nice super low angle. Okay, so now for the second very cool feature that Sirui incorporated into the 7C tripod, we can actually convert this tripod into a monopod. So for step one, what you want to do is go ahead and remove this center column over here. So I'm just going to go ahead and loosen it up. I'm just going to slide it down, and I'm just going to go ahead and put this off to the side for now temporarily. And if you look at one of these tripod legs, it actually has some text over here that says monopod, and it tells you to turn it left to unlock it or to take it off, or to turn it right to tighten it. So what we're going to do in this case, since we're setting it up into a monopod, what we want to do is just go ahead and turn it left to loosen it up, and we're basically going to be totally removing this one tripod leg over here. So I'm just going to keep on screwing it until it comes off. This other part of the tripod is basically just going to get put off to the side right now. We're not going to be using it. So the two pieces that I'm going to be needing right over here is this one tripod leg, which is labeled as the monopod, and this is the center column over here. And as you guys saw earlier, we removed that little spring along with that little hook over here that we had at the bottom, and now we're just going to go ahead and screw these two pieces in together over here. So now that I have these two pieces screwed together, now I have a monopod that's built into this tripod. Again, nice and easy to set up. This is fantastic. I actually, to be honest with you, enjoy using a monopod because it kind of feels like I'm a little bit more free. It takes off the weight of my camera. It's literally just a stick. I could also use this as a selfie stick if I position the ball head in that position, in that angle. Overall, I'm pretty impressed with it. We do also have this little rubber grip over here as well. And as you guys can see, it is pretty nice and tall. So look at this bad boy. This is fantastic. I really enjoy this. Like, look at this. I could use my camera right over here. Nice, move freely, get those nice angles. I think this is a fantastic, like really, in this case with the 7C, you're literally buying a tripod with a built-in monopod. I don't know how you can definitely go wrong. Priced at only $177 Canadian, right off directly from their website. I don't think you can go wrong with this tripod. Overall, I'm definitely very impressed with it. Okay guys, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and get the quick release base plate over here from the 7C tripod. I'm going to go ahead and screw it in over here to the bottom of my camera. I'm actually using the Zcam E2 M4 cinema camera, and I actually have installed a small rig cage. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tighten this up here nice and snug with that little D-ring that I have on the 1/4 20. So I feel like I got a nice snug fit onto there. So what I'm gonna do now is go ahead and connect it or slide it on to the 7C tripod. I'm just going to go ahead and tighten up over there, and now we're pretty much in action. So for an example, if I want to do some panning, I'm just going to go ahead and loosen this knob, and now I got that little panning action that I have available to us. And as I was talking to you guys earlier, one very cool feature that I really do enjoy about this ball head, I can go from filming in this landscape orientation over here, and I can go ahead and loosen this knob, and then next thing you know, I'm filming in the portrait orientation, for an example, for those Instagram reels. And even though this camera and the lens is kind of pretty heavy, it is within that rate of 17.5 pounds. It is holding up quite nicely. So as I mentioned, I really do enjoy the fact that this ball head will allow me to go from landscape to portrait in a matter of seconds. Just simply loosen up this knob, go ahead and now position it. So overall, I'm very pleased with this tripod, the 7C. I really do. The main features that I really do like is that it's lightweight, it's small and compact. The ball head will allow me to go in from landscape and portrait mode. I really do like, and I'm very impressed with the monopod that we can kind of assemble out of this tripod by just simply unscrewing one of the legs and connecting it to the center column. Overall, it is carbon fiber. That's going to specialize the fact that it's lightweight. It's not going to be cold in your hands when you're filming, possibly in a cold environment. Overall, the ball head again is made out of all aluminum. And again, guys, the fast and easy setup of this tripod when you're going to be traveling with it, again, as we talked about earlier, just with one hand being able to turn all 3 legs and unlocking them at the same time, and now we can go ahead and extend them and get them to the right length and height that we want. So overall, if you guys cannot tell already, I'm definitely impressed with this tripod. For what we're paying for the tripod, for what comes included, all the features and everything, I'm definitely impressed with it. Would I recommend it for a small compact travel tripod? 100%. I think this would be a fantastic option over here. So if you guys do have any comments or questions, feel free to let me know down in the comment section down below. I definitely appreciate you guys watching. If you guys made it this far, please go ahead, give it a like. Let me know if you guys have any comments. Feel free to subscribe to the channel, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys on the next video. Till next time, peace.